Hopefully we're back. Maybe. It's Linux, man. Yeah. So the system restart didn't require like a sit down and like think about it for a long time. It kind of like had all that stuff prepped and ready to go. And then, oh man, that frame rate's so amazing. Uh, I'm also not running anything at the moment, so that helps. Um, yeah. Anyway, it like gets everything ready super fast, and then like it's ready to go out the door. That's probably why like all that memory was clogged up. It was like, oh no. Select window, elite dangerous client, and a go. Okay, so we are. Let's go for Brosab. What I have for breakfast? So I picked up a thing of, like, by a thing, I mean, like, you know, a bag of, like, low sugar granola slash nuts. And I was like, yeah, let's try this, because, you know, I probably need to lower my sugar intake regardless, because, you know, I'm not 5. And, I just make sure. Right. Yes. Cool. We've got all the stuff. It is... Ooh. Boo, it's not CMM. Yeah, it's steel. And CMM components. Alrighty. Here we go. Anyway. So it's like this lower sugar stuff, and I mix it in with... Or the first day I just had it plain with milk, and I was just like, wow, that's really bland. I look pretty fit. Thank you for saying so. I put that illusion out pretty well. Oh no, where'd it go? There we go. NHV. Colonization ship. And go. Whoop. So yeah, anyway, I was eating this granola and I'm like, wow, that's really bland. And then I was like, it's not actually too bad. You know, oddly enough. Ooh, geological signals. Get that next time. Really? You jerks. Okay. I'm supposed to be able to hit a button and then it reroutes to like the place that I had selected as my like route. What's the next system on route? It's that one. Apparently it just decided not to obey my command and do the exact thing that I asked it to. It's fine. In the scope of reality, right? This is such a minor problem, it literally is non-existent. So anyway, yeah, I took this stuff and it was pretty amazingly bland, but at the same time, like, when you grab a handful of, like, cashews or almonds or whatever, the other stuff that was in there, you know, you put those in your mouth and you crunch on them a bit and they turn into, you know, a paste, like peanut butter or what have you, but you know, it's almonds and cashews and whatever. And then I got done chewing it, and I'm like, it's not actually that bad. Like, all things considered, you know, there's one part of my brain that's revolting because it's like, ugh, it's not sweet. But then the other part of my brain's like, yeah, but it's fine. Like, it's all good. Stop worrying. So then I ended up mixing it in with some yogurt, which I have been doing for a long time, but I didn't have yogurt when... this is a terrible story. I didn't have yogurt when I had it with milk. I was just like, oh, across the face of the sun, it's gonna be too hot. Yeah, it then added the sweetness back to it, so it's good. And I don't have to have it be, like... I don't have to mix in berries in order to be like, this is terrible, you know. I need sugar. As a family, we still eat too much sugar, but... There's nothing to... Yeah. 654. Alright, where are we? Where is our landing pad? I believe it's on the other side. Unless we're just not close enough. No, okay. So we can see there's a small pad that's lit up. That's definitely not for us. We need one of these big honking pads. Is that it? 19? Yeah, that's it. Turn on night vision so we can actually see the other ships. And apparently release a heatsink. Tab? Did I hit tab? Is that the problem? I think I might have hit tab. Alright. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's 10. That's 10. Not 19. I'm getting there. Length dilation? I don't think so, just because that's really hard. It wouldn't be that hard necessarily for, you know, the calculations and the computer rendering, but I think it would be really hard to try and figure that out in terms of like what would be scientifically somewhat appropriate, and also like what could even slow down. Oh, come on. Damn it. Oh man, these guys are gonna get so much business. There we go. 17,000 that time, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I think it just makes it too hard overall. Alright. Woo! 49%. So we're going to go back. CMM Composite is always going to be on our shopping list. And let's just keep doing steel. So Commander Dia, who is the architect of this particular project, and actually that's not her in-game name. is currently working on titanium. So we're going to let her do the titanium stuff until we don't have any other options left. According to Inara, which is like the inventory database essentially, we still don't have any better place to get those CMM composites. At least not that we can tell. One of the many problems that we have at the moment is that Inara doesn't update that fast, and so like you just kind of get stale data, and kind of it tends to roll in through, what is it, Elite Dangerous UI? No, it's not the UI one. It's different. Elite Dangerous Market Manager, I think. And it doesn't work on my computer because it's Windows. And I'm Linux. Or rather, there might be a version, but I can't actually access it and do the thing. That seems to be kind of a common problem. I don't know if it's just me. It's probably just me. But we have some issues with DaVinci Resolve, and right now I'm having a problem with something else. Oh, Poink, the shared process stuff. No, not Poink. Fold it. I downloaded the tar for Fold It, and for the Linux version, and I unpacked it to the appropriate location, followed all the directions, and it was like, yeah, you should just be able to run it. And I tried running it, and it didn't work. And then somebody said, oh, well, in, I think specifically Ubuntu, you need to do this. Like, you need to run the ls function, no, ln function, which is to link a, like, GUI to a whatever file it's supposed to be linked to. I don't know. I'm not an expert at this stuff. I just learned how to do Linux like 2 years ago. I was on the verge of tears for 3 hours. Because I did trial by fire. So yeah, no, okay. I was gonna say, I, for some reason, thought I heard, like, somebody in the house, but there wouldn't be. Yeah, my keys are in the door, so it's locked. I don't understand what the link is, or like what it needs to be linked to. And like, I sent a message to the people who did that particular help for that particular person, and it worked. Like, the guy was like, oh yeah, great, it works fine now. So I was like, well, I want that to happen. Rex, watch your mouth. Obviously, they do not think you were saying sword. I mean, let's be honest, right? I got these right here. Literally within reach. And the heavy ones are behind me. And the light ones are next to me. So yeah, the entire train just left the station, decoupled somewhere down the track. Who knows? The hell. Yeah, Linux, right. So yeah, I asked the people who had sent that over to be like, hey, would you mind just letting me know, is there supposed to be an argument to this particular command? Because, you know, I don't want to do it to the wrong one. But I just entered the command, and then there's like 6 files that are in that folder, so I don't know which one I'm supposed to do. Let's go a little bit shallower here. If I get the wrong one, who knows what's going to happen. They were like, oh yeah, just run this link command. Like, sure, ln space -s, I think. And it did nothing. It was like, yeah, we expect more. There should be a file name here. I'm like, I don't know a file name. That's not what the person said. Come to think of it, right? Can just look it up over here. Alright, sorry for talking through ads, those of you who were here for ads. Yeah, just forget that, like, ads are a thing. It's all good. Ads were a thing, yet again. Ugh. Alright, so, look. I used Copilot to solve a number of my other Linux problems, and it sort of worked. It got me like to the point where some things actually did do the thing that they were supposed to in the first place, but then Heroic stopped working. I was like, come on. Well, the issue was actually to fix Heroic in the first place, and then it was also to get Steam to work, because Steam stopped working when Heroic started working. So I eventually asked a person, I was like, this is what I did. Oh, he's gonna get me again. And the rest of the station's gonna open fire again. Oh, no, that's only internal. Internal security, not... Oof. Viper has deployed hardpoints. Yeah, they're gonna open fire. Really? Come on. Oh, it does list hostile. That's fun. Oh man. You know what? Let's go to the outfitting. This will duck us underground at least. So now they won't be able to attack us. Ha ha ha. Community forum. Should probably just enter Linux. Hey. There we go. A. Run this while in the CMP binary directory under the directory folder it is in. Nice. That is extremely helpful. Okay, so now we can take off the detailed surface scanner and put on the cargo rack that should go in this place. Oh, okay, we don't have to wait for this one 9 minutes. So we're just going to sell that one from where it is. And what the crap did... What was that? It was... Okay. I could buy a level 1 cargo rack directly from where I sit. It was there in orange, which means that I could buy it immediately. But the second that I sold my level 1 cargo rack in a completely different system, they will no longer sell me level 1 cargo racks. That is absolute crap. No. No, no, no. Hang on. Main menu. It's absolute nonsense. Prosab. Absolute nonsense. And now I'm stalling out again. Doing okay? Yeah, we're fine. Alright. Replace. Cargo. Bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. Alright, whatever. Maybe they sell it at the other place. No, I don't have it at the other place, because we... Alright, let's check the mission board, see if we can't do some goodwill. Nope. Alright, no support missions, which means we won't have anything interesting. Now I'm mad. Alright, CMM composite 12. Alright, we gotta find a new system. And steel.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Looks like Ande. Shapley Works. 26 light seconds away from the jump-in point. So that's really quite good. Oh. Ooh. Kokonjekodi. 267 supply. 13.02 light years away from Shuiwei, and 23 light seconds. This is a way faster trip. We got. Okay, so right now we're just gonna go back to Shuiwei, drop off all of this stuff. There we go. That one right there. Oh, that's a beautiful jump. gonna be nice and short. For the next, like, 5 times that it actually works, you know. Temperature critical. Psh. Let's not crash back into the atmosphere of this planet. Might be a little close to the other sun. That's fine. Okay, actually keeping on the surface scanner will help because now we're also going to be jumping into a new system. When we get to the other one, for our next run. Skirt that sun. Just needed to jump a little bit further away from the sun to make it faster. We're talking like seconds on minutes here, so. Anyway, yeah, so I used Copilot, which is on my Windows monitor computer. I use it as my designated stream monitor. It was okay. Like I said, it broke some stuff. It fixed some stuff. And now I just have to run a command every single time that I log in. So, yay. Oh, screw you. Don't want this guy on my ass. Ugh. That's not good. No, too fast. Oh, so close. Ah. So close. Alright, now we slow down. And now we can just press hold and disengage right on top of it. So cheating. Love it. That'll never happen again on purpose. Like, I could never make that happen if I wanted it to. It was only the fact that it was an accident. This guy's gonna hit me again. It's gonna be all my fault. Alright, 17. Oh, is that it? Ooh, it is. So close. Carrying 700 tons of material. What do you think is going to happen?
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
10,500. Not too bad that time. Alright, 4.0 million.
Incoming message.
It's alright. We're up to 56% complete. Looking good. Shadows of the Void, ally. Nice. So this means that we actually have extremely good standing with these guys.
Navigator retracted. Engines engaged.
Okay, now, in addition to having CMM composites, do they have literally anything else that I want? Water, not helpful anymore. CMM composite. Metal. Steel. Yep. Okay, 55,000 units of steel and 53,000 units of titanium. So we are good. Alright. So now, go in here. We go over to Kokonjikodi. We don't have any of the system information, never been there before, so we're going to jump over. Oh, stop. Heat sinks. I mean, I could use a heat sink. System's just overheating a little bit. It's fine. Alright, jump in. Scan. I don't see any of the lines. Where are we? Got 100. So we don't need to do anything with that. We need to go to Keys Prospect, which allegedly is going to be like right here. Yep. Awesome. Yes, we can land there. Important to check. Alright, Fer de Lance. That is patrolling the system. Not as much fun, but it's fine. Most NPCs don't really notice you're there, unless they've been, like, tagged to go get you. Oh, crap. Got too close. 6 seconds, 7, there we go. Alright, now we can dive back in. Gently. Dino dance? Alright, we'll get close to Keys, and then we will scan both the planet and the moon. Okay. Too far. Nonsense. Get that just over the horizon. Hopefully that'll be pretty good, and we'll get there as well, just cause. We'll be fine. Got it. That one's got geological. This one's got human. Yep. Nothing useful. Just a bunch of people.
Orbital flight engaged.
Back off, back off. Okay. Alright, Keys Prospect. .3 Gs.
Flight assist on.
They have large landing pads. Interesting. Oh no. That's not good. Full reverse. Oh, so close. Hey, 8400, we're getting better. Now I grant you, if we had a shield on our ship, it wouldn't take damage. But hear me out. Ooh, refinery contact. That's new. Okay, so if you actually go and get the ores yourself, you can get a 2-to-1 ratio with the appropriate metal. So that's real cool. So we could go and actually get all of these ores and turn them in for, again, 2-to-1 for half as much metal. That's really cool. Man. Can't collect my stuff. Oh well. Help Bacap Nobles expand to a new system. No, thank you. I don't know who you people are. Alright, so we go to commodities. Actually, we go to mission board and check if there's any goodwill missions. Yes. And we throw money at the problem. You get 1 million. And you get 300,000. So this gets us merits for our particular power, Liongri, who is a big merchant type person, big on like throwing money, basically throwing money at problems. Anywhere you go, just like, yeah, okay, it's not a problem here, just have some money, it's fine. Classified data, salvage cargo, sell exploration data, hack holoscreen adverts, and recover goods. And we got to go back to Minerva at some point and do basically what we're doing now, but for humanity, for democracy. Yep. Feels Oprah, man. Bees! Alright, see, we're out of stuff at this point. We just need that and steel. Right, and yes, we also technically need the other,
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
we also need titanium, but we'll let Dia work with that first until we run out of steel requirements, and then we'll maybe required maintenance 4,500 towards ship integrity. Yes, please. And don't repair the paint, it looks fine. We'll just bend those girders back into place. Doesn't look like anything went wrong. It's all good. Oh. Map. Go back here. Go. Oh, that's much better. Now we don't have to, like, jump around the planet or anything. I might need to turn up the particles a little bit so we can see what direction we're actually going in, but... Righto, colonization ship, here we come. This guy might... No, never mind. Probably not coming after us. Probably not. Oh.
Flight system. Nautical press ground.
Cut throttle. Glide past over here. Alright. At what point do we actually see our landing pad? Not this side. Cool. I could also figure out 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. So it looks like the top 15 are on the yellow side. There it is. Ooh, that's a radar array.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, much easier to land in 0G. still damage the hull, but nonetheless.
Taking
Come
damage.
on. You
Docking
know where I want to
successful.
land.
Engines disengaged.
Alright. Transfer all for 4.46 million. That's better. It's the CMM composites is really the problem. Alright, 62%. Launch back out immediately. Alright, now set course. Technically we could do it on the ground, but that's boring. This way we just don't even know if we hit something. Alright, points of interest. Land fun. Nope. Yep, planetary ports, Keys Prospect. Go. Keys Prospect is right pretty close to the Terminator there, so it ought to be sunrise, I think, pretty soon.
Flight engaged.
Probably take a couple hours still, but nope, that's not what I wanted. Sure. Request docking. Yeah, that's it right there, isn't it? Yep, that's it right there. up in the air. Lenny Pad 07.
Temporary colonize. Taking damage.
Okay. How'd we do? 16,000. All right.
Landing crew, you may arrive when ready. Thank you for your cooperation, Commander.
We'll get there. CMM composite 269, so we are still within reasonable range. Nope. Still within reasonable range of getting this done, like, you know, not with like 50,000 trips. Ooh. So at some point we may have to take the Mandalay, which has like extreme jump range, and use its 80 cargo and just like manually pick a couple of places to go that's a little bit further away, but a little bit more. That ship will make it more accessible to make like smaller hops, especially if we need to go to like 2 or 3 different places for one load of CMM. We don't want to do that we don't want to do that in this ship. It would just take forever. Yes, and this one jump back and forth is much nicer.
Crane shift drive charging.
Oh, stop. You're fine. There we go. Not that critical. Nope. There we go. Alright, 5.44. It's way easier.
Docking request granted.
Docking 21, so it's going to be under. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Straighten out.
Docking successful. Engines
Oi.
disengaged.
I swear it makes it harder on purpose. Or like it... I think not having a shield makes your shit bounce. Like literally bounce. Alright. 3,300. Ugh. That's still gonna be 15 trips. And we don't have... We only have 5 trips worth of steel left. And titanium... I mean, Dia's got it, but there's like 2 trips left. Keys. All right. All right. We're set. Check it out again.
Police engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging.
All right. While that's going, let's see if we can't get this command. Boo. Oh no. Nope, that's not gonna work, because I need to go to the correct directory first. Never mind.
Temperature critical.
Find that middle ground. It's gonna stay right around 7. Does get choppy right when it starts loading in the planets, because this is all pretty high definition texture. Granted, it's still pretty low res texture if it were to be zoomed in to, you know, even here, where it's reloading again all of those that are close to me. You know what? We might actually be getting further away from the Terminator.
Orbital flight engaged.
Hmm. Okay, if it's spinning like Earth, then it would in fact be after sunset. So we're heading sort of east right now. Okay.
Flight system.
Number 7 again. Just barely. Whoop, too much. Overcorrect. Come on, come on, come on. Almost. Hey. 26-21, that's almost a record. Only 9. Means somebody else grabbed him too.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Nope, nope. Yeah, we're working on it. Getting a low battery warning on this. I was hoping we could just run this stream without it, but oh well.
Landing gear retracted.
Get to about climb angle about 50 degrees, give or take. Alright, so I guess somebody else probably snagged those other CMM composites. Sigh.
Crane shift drive charging.
And then these guys are going to turn hostile because I belong to a different power. Haha. We just get out of there before they notice. That's fine.
Taking impact.
fair, I don't have Firefox up, so I don't know when the ads are coming, but maybe deal with that in a minute. Nope. It's fine. Ads! Damn it.
Document press running.
And there are multiple people in chat who do not see ads because you are awesome and have a sub, whether from one of our other awesome viewers or from yourself. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that people are actually actively encouraging me to keep making content. It's weird. At some point in the very near future, I'm going to be taking all of my content that is on Twitch and finally moving it all over to YouTube because I have to. All of our highlights will be disappearing, or a very large number of our highlights will be disappearing from Twitch, and I need to then move those over before they disappear. Okay. There was something else I wanted to do. Oh, right. Yeah, do that thing. So I do want to grab that terminal command. See if we can't get fold it to work, because that's also an interesting. That might be something interesting to stream. Not that anyone would necessarily want to see it, but you know, it's mathy and it's sciencey, so could be good. Let's see. CD space, fold it, dir. Right, so CD space CMP dash binary dash really long string of characters. It's hashed, I'm sure. Cool. Okay, now we run this thing. Let's make sure that directory exists first. So we go over to home. No, user. User, library, x86, new, GNU. Okay, libg. There is no directory with that name. Oh, no, never mind. Ooh. libglut. .so or .so.3. Awesome. So that particular string does exist. So then we go back and we say, so while we're in the binary directory, ln-s space / user library x86 nonsense /glut.so. Yes, and SO3. Yes. Okay, now we go back to the folded directory. That's not the folded directory. Home. Fold it. It's not working. Command not found. So, initial run. That is an empty, that is literally an empty file. README. Okay. That sucks. Alright. Alright, how do we check versions? LDD. That gives us Eclipse 2.39, so it's later than 2.27, should not be a problem. And Install Freakloot 3. Unable to locate package. Okay, so wait. SO.3, damn it. A, there we go. Jerks. SO3 needs to be deleted. Can't delete. Okay, that's fun. Oh no, move to rubbish. There we go. Okay, then we go back and double click. Yep. Command not found. Cool. Dude, literally, it is. Alright, that does it. Here, we can watch stuff while I go yell at people. Alright. What is... Fold it. No, really? Come on. You've got to be freaking kidding me. Oh, okay. Fold dot it. Yes, that one. Okay. Go back to the forum. Oh, okay. So neither. Double clicking the, you know what, let's do we have return journey? No, because I didn't actually establish where we're going yet again. Ugh. Supply 6. Alright. I may have to jump out again to a different one. Ugh. Segontiachi. Metals. Decent supply. Okay. Ugh. Where is it? Can't find it right off the bat, so... Segontiachi. It was up there. Never been there, so I'm gonna have to jump out through ICZGLXB1-1, which is also a new system. Put flight assist back on. this, because quite frankly, I'm not going to try and yell at people. And also, it's not like I'm yelling at people, it's just, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, so. Scan. H. Ooh. What do we got? Alright, we are scanning the system. We have one gas giant, type 1. Hydrogen, helium, no rings, and it's useless. And then when we get to moons and planets, nope, back up. The B star has got quite a lot going on. Rocky ice world. Could be nice. I'm wondering, is this system colonized already? Because this might also be a good one, depending on the precise proportion of like ice around gas giants and rings, possibly, or a number of other places. Oop, nope, go back. Hey. Hang on. Is this... That is established. Okay. Oh, wait. Nope, hang on. Ah, this one already has somebody in here. 13 sites available and 12 ground sites available. Wow. No active constructions just because they're still working on it. I mean... could be good. Anyway. Alright, what else we got in here? Yeah, it's just the one gas giant. How far are these? 2,000? Not terrible. These are not landable. I think. Yeah, not landable. And not landable. And these... one biological. On each. Phosphorus, nickel, manganese, chromium, some selenium, vanadium, chromium. It's not too bad, all things considered. Architect view. Could get one out in the asteroid belts. Metal rich. Or out and around these other places. That could be interesting. So sulfur, carbon, iron, phosphorus is just pretty much, and nickel. It's all standard. And then below that, all of the minor amounts and their biological. Well, that is rather interesting. I think I need to do more research into which of the minor metals are more important. And can get us some more cool stuff going on there, but nonetheless. That's in orbit, I think. So here you could go with that and say, I want... planetary map. Okay. So there's nothing to see here, but then you might be able to zoom in to that particular location. Anyway. Now that we have been thoroughly distracted. Wait, what are we doing? Oh, no, this is the system. Okay, you know what? Actually, I do kind of want to... What do we have on our hold? I think we're empty, right? Yeah, we're empty. Great, no risk. Come on. There we go. Let's take a look. What is this gonna do?
Surface scanned by 50%.
Nice.
Surface scan complete.
Bacterium. Distress beacon, distress beacon. Oh dear. Impact site. People crash here way too often. Alright. Okay, so we don't have access to get in here and do anything with it because we have not established a site. So if I were to go back to one of our other locations, we could establish a location for Boop. In theory. Alright, anyway. I want to get back onto what we were doing before. Set target. Nope. Okay, so we need to, first of all, scan the system, give a honk. Everything has been scanned. We were trying to go to... not Elgin, not Ewell, not Van de Sande. Where were we headed? Cooper Enterprise, which is a distance of 4,000 light seconds. That one. Okay, normal service. Oh, stop, you're fine. So the biggest problem with Cooper Enterprise here is that it's just far. It takes a while to get here because we had was it three jumps? Might have been only two, but wasn't terribly convenient. Alright, now let's see where we are after those three.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Got it.
Surface scan complete.
Human only, don't care. Cooper 0.07G, 08. That's better. Okay, we're increasing because we're getting closer, but it looks like it's going to be less than a quarter. Probably. Uh-oh. No, still looks like it's going to be less than a quarter of a G. That's pretty good for a landing. Who's the power out here? Is it Marissa? Ugh. We'll find out when we're on the ground. It's fine. Still don't want to work for any, like, imperialist.
Access granted. Sit down on landing pad 1-2.
think Arissa is the auntie. There are three in the, at least three, in the Lavini Duval family. They're all just like the worst. But there's a, maybe it's Torval. No, Samina's not. She's bad, but she's not like,
Taking damage.
she's not as bad as the youngin. Is that Arissa? Yeah. Lavini Duval. Well, she doesn't have much of a competition in this area. Yeah, Ashlyn Duvall. She's just the worst. The absolute worst. She's Nepo baby, unbelievable. She's just terrible. Which some people are going to be like, hey, she's not that bad. But no. There's just all sorts of stories over the system. Over the Galnet. I mean, she is like Marie Antoinette, I swear. Alright, let's get in here. Goodwill missions. None. Cool. In that case, commodities, CMM composites, 138. Not great, but what can you do? Right, hang on. I want to know where else are there. Also produced by Goodman Landing, Scotty Holdings in Bryan's, and Messerschmitt in Jody. Jikoti. What else you got in here? So if we go to tactical locations, it's settlements. Right? Nothing. Oh, it's a medium. Here. Maybe. Anyway. I don't care. This is not working out any super better, I guess. The fact that we can get 138 is pretty good. Keys Prospect. This is going to be on steel. Let's shift. Also pick up industrial? Yeah. Import. We need an export. Oh, there's one. That's keys, right? Messerschmitt. I mean... Eh. Anywhere else? Nope. Okay. System map. Give me the colonization ship. Oh. Okay. Dia is Shadows of the Void. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Steel purchase.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay. Now we can launch. I've already set course back to the ship.
Ship released. Make way for oncoming traffic.
Scan detected.
Ugh. I set jumps with an empty hold, or with a partially full hold. Now, because I have a full hold, I can't jump that far. Yep, there we go. Pfft, jeez. 4 jumps. Do 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 do. Alright, we're at noontime. So at some point soon, we're probably gonna hop over and see Commander Psyche. Wait. No, it's Thursday. She'll be on. Suppose we also could go see Brother Spathius.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, these CMM composites certainly are not making it easy on us. There's Psyche.
System scan complete.
Suns only in this place. I don't suppose there are any asteroid belts. Nope. Was there a flag? There are a lot of pluses, but there was a flag on one of them. I wonder if somebody's claimed it but not actually done anything. Hmm. Alright. It's a new one. So we'll try and pull up a little bit from the planetary plane. Give us a little bit of space. And then now we can stop. Take a look around for any of the planets, etc. There we go. See, when you try to do it quicker, sometimes it just doesn't work. There are a lot of bodies in this particular system, I don't suppose. How far away? 170,000. No, thank you. Gross. Ah, there we go. This site has been selected for the primary port in the system. Okay. So it says that this one is going to be the primary. Therefore, you cannot have it. Fair.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, shoot. Probably shouldn't have done that, because now it's going to wait for cooldown, but whatever. It's fine. I thought we had one more jump. Oh well. It's going to take us 3 days to get there, it's fine. Hope y'all brought some snacks, because...
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, FTL, I suppose. Alright, almost there. We did pick up stuff, right? Okay, good. And it may actually be worthwhile at this point for me to go and buy a, fleet carrier. May actually be worthwhile for me to buy a fleet carrier. And then set up shop wherever I decide to plunk one of these down. And or find the best place to get like CMM deposits and then go from there. That's not true. That's only going to work for like one.
Landing gear deployed.
So basically what happens is you can park your fleet carrier outside of the station or planetary location. Use the hauler to like make runs back and forth between the ship and the outpost to pick up, for instance, steel or titanium, right, are the two that are like large amounts that we need on the shopping list. Woo! 81%. CMMs are going to take forever. 3163. Alright. So we'll go from here and make some efforts to expanding Shadows of the Void, and then also, whenever we can, get Psyche out here. So we will see you all next time. That's my face. Thanks for stopping in, and we're going to let's go find the people we're actually following. What is she doing? Huh. Licity is playing Space Sprouts. That looks somewhat interesting. Looks like a combination of Spore and something else. Anyway, we're going to go see Commander Psyche. Because this is one of those rare times that we actually get to raid over to her channel. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day, rest of your week. And we'll be back maybe tonight also for something else, but definitely tomorrow for Against the Storm, because that's our Friday night game for the moment. So hope you all have a good one. We'll see you. My name's Obi-Wan Pez. This is N Simplex Pachinko. Have a good night. Good morning. Good afternoon. Whatever it is.